There you are. Step into that burning ring of fire. As flames go higher and higher. Confirmation. I don't know. What can you do? Hello, everyone. Uh, where to start? Firstly, I'll start with, when the higher ups find out, 33-degree, whatever they are, Masons. When they find out what you've been doing. When they find out when everything's going pear-shaped. And they wonder why. And it comes back to you, because it is going to come back to you. And those companies that you've given the okay to fuck around with people's lives. Hello, the two people that are in. I'm just seeing some hearts go up by harassing them, sending letters, phone calls, etc. Those companies aren't going to fare too well. Try to help everyone. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. Actually, let me just look at you. I mean everyone. Every being. Everyone. And you don't want that help, that's fine. But I can assure you, you will regret the day that you turned down that help because it was offered out of love. Now, please listen, because you find it very difficult to listen. My weakness, the only weakness that I have, would be the same weakness that you should have. Love. Now, your downfall, that wrath that you blame, that wrath that you think you get, any of you I'm talking to now, that wrath, that's you. You. The anger that you have toward the mirror and others like me, that anger, that's what you're feeling. And if you don't like it, if you don't like that anger coming towards you, because remember, what you send out goes back to you, that anger that you're feeling, that you think is punishment, that you think is wrath, you haven't seen anything yet. If you think that is wrath, that is what you sent out. No one's sending any wrath to you. No one. No one is sending anything to you yet. No one is sending anything to you yet. The anger and the wrath that you're going through, that you're bitching about, that you're moaning about, is because, why? You sent it out into the universe, and the universe said, hell no. Hell no. That ain't going nowhere but back to where it came from. And the sooner you learn the lesson, karma, the sooner you learn the lesson that anger is your anger, no one else's. The sooner you learn that lesson, the sooner you don't feel it. Idiots. Over and over, the same thing I've said to you. Over and over. Reap what you sow. You are feeling everything that you send out. Everything. coming back to you in spades because you sent it out, and it can't go to those that are protected through love. Remember, don't hurt anyone I love. Those that are protected through love, including you, you fucking idiots. Including you. Listen. What does this mean? I love everyone. What does that mean? Now think about it. I love everyone. What does that mean? Okay, you understand now. 8 billion people on the planet. I love everyone. Don't hurt anyone I love. That includes you, idiot. So when you send stuff out, it comes back and hurts you. And I'm telling you, don't hurt yourself. Don't do anything that's going to hurt you, because it will hurt you. There is no wrath coming from anything else. None. What you're going through is what's within you, and you're creating it outside of you. That's what's happening. What's within you, you put out into the universe, and it's outside of you now, all around you, because you put it there. No one else. No one else. There is no wrath. Only yours. You are kicking, I said this months ago, you are kicking your own ass. You. Yeah, you. You're kicking your own ass. And when your higher ups find out that you are not only kicking your own ass, you're kicking their ass as well. I don't mean father. I mean your higher ups. You know exactly who I mean. When they find out you're the cause. Now, I'm not really angry. I'm just trying to put something across as forceful as you will understand. My energy is not out of anger. It isn't. I'm not angry. I'm astounded. I don't know whether to be angry or whether to laugh my fucking head off. I don't know whether to find it, whatever that word is, or find it funny. Stop kicking your own ass. Stop hurting yourself. Stand the fuck down and your life will get better. Keep putting it out into the universe and it will keep coming back to you. Because it doesn't belong anywhere else. It belongs with you. As within, so without. It belongs with you. You put it out there, you have it back. Listen, please listen. The more angry you get without learning the lesson. And the more you put out, guess what happens? It's not affecting anyone but you, remember? It's affecting you. No one else. You can see it's not affecting. It's affecting you. So the angrier you get, the worse for you it gets. Do I look bothered? Do I look like every chakra in my being is being affected by your little parlor tricks? Do I look like I am so troubled that I can't even think straight? No? What the fuck are you doing, you idiot? What are you doing? Oh, you're destroying yourself, are you? Oh, I'm glad you've learnt the lesson. You ain't doing nothing but destroying yourself. And you can't blame anyone else but you. And anyone involved with you, any fucking one, anyone involved with you is going to go through what you're going through. And when they find out, those beneath you and those above you, when they all find out it's your fault. What's going to happen? How big are you going to feel then when those above you with more power than you and those beneath you that are angry at what you did to them? That's not to say that those above you won't be angry, but those beneath you, there's only one way they're going to control you. Now, I said, don't hurt anyone I love. And I said, I love everyone. And you're hurting yourself by doing what you're doing, and you're not listening. And so you need not karma, lessons. You need to understand the lesson. Now, I'm going to start from the very beginning, just to give you a little lesson, just so you understand where I'm coming from, because you don't listen. Let me say hello first. Hey, MJ, how you doing? Alma? Oh, my, is that the Flintstones? What's going on there? Oh, we said it twice. And Regenesis. So let's talk about the beginning. What color is the sky? I'll give you a while to think about it because it's a difficult question. No. So we get down to this. Well, it's my truth. I don't care what you think. I don't tell you my truth. Not my truth. You tell me your belief and you tell me that it's the truth. You believe the sky is blue and you tell me the sky is blue, and there's probably 5 billion people that agree with you. And I should back down because 5 billion people say the sky is blue. My father said to me out of the blue, why would he say that? The sky's black. The sky is black. That's what color the sky is. No? Okay. Yeah, it's black. It's 25 to 7 here and it's black. Am I a liar? Am I lying when I tell you the sky is black? No. It's black. Is it my truth that the sky is black? Am I saying it because I can look out the window and see there's a black sky? No. It's not my truth. It's happening now in this now moment that the sky is black. But let's go back to the beginning. What happened in the beginning? What happened in the beginning? Oh, there was darkness. There was darkness in the beginning. And everything was created in the darkness. The skies were created, the heavens, whatever, the earth. In the darkness. Everything is black, including the sky. Now, listen. When you turn around and say the sky is blue, when you turn around and say it's blue, at the very same time, depending where you live, if you live in the northern hemisphere and the sky is blue to you, in the southern hemisphere, guess what color the sky is? Is it still blue? Is the sky still blue in the southern hemisphere when you're saying that the sky is blue? No, it's not. It's black. So who's telling the truth? Those in the northern hemisphere or those in the southern hemisphere? Now, I don't have to believe any of you. I just have to believe the truth. And I'm not going to side with either one of you. I'm going to side with the truth. I'm not going to say it's my truth, because it's not my truth. It just exists as the fucking truth. The truth is, in space, it's black. It's always been black. It hasn't been any other color than black. The only time the sky turned blue let there be light. And there was light. Oh, hang on, excuse me. So that means that the sky is black and it only turns blue because of the light that shines on it. So in reality, the night time is the right time. The darkness is the truth. Only in the light of day do we see a blue sky. Now, you fuckers that want to change everything, that don't want to listen, listen now. When you go within to the darkness, to the very beginning of your soul, into that darkness, guess who you meet in that darkness. Louis Cypher, Lucifer, the man with the torch, the man with the fucking light that can lead you out of the darkness, the light bringer. So now, if you change that to you evil son of a bitch and you angel, and you evil son of the bitch is in the dark, and you need an angel, someone of the light, who can lead you out of the dark. Like somebody needs a torch. Now, until you go within to that darkness and you find the light that makes the sky blue, it's not blue because you haven't done the work. It's blue because you went through the darkness. Yah, though I walk through the valley, the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. For thy creation see, words don't mean what you think they do. But the truth is always the truth. It don't belong to you and it don't belong to me. It just is the truth. There is no such thing as my truth. It's my truth. No. There is only one truth, you fucking idiots. There's only one. One truth. One. Otherwise, it's not the truth. It's a belief. It's a version. Like the 50,000 versions of religion that we've got. It's no one's fucking truth. It's everyone's belief. There is only one truth. There is only one way in, remember? There is only one way in. I am the life and the way. Or the light and the way. There is no love and light. It's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing. There's light and dark. And the way to get into the light is what? What's the way to get into the light? To step out of the darkness? To come out of the darkness? To rise with the dawn? Not with Dawn the girl, just with the dawn. Although, you know, if you want to rise with dawn, fine. If you catch my drift. So, the truth is, in the beginning, it was dark. The sky is black. You've been told a whole load of shit, and you believe that shit because what? It's your truth. It's the information you've been given, and you believe that information to be true, so now it becomes your truth. No, it becomes your belief. The truth was still the truth. In the beginning, the sky was black. It don't change because your truth, based on other people's lies, makes it true. It's not true. The bullshit that you tell yourself is not true. I am not alone. I'm not alone. And I am not weak. So whoever's feeding you that bullshit needs to question what it is that they understand to be true. Now, listen, I am not alone. Remember, Yah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow, I shall fear no evil. I'm not alone. I only need one. I only need one to look after me, even though I can look after myself. Thank you. Even though I can look after myself, but there are so many beings that want me to get what? What do they want me to do? What do they want me to do? They want me to tell people the truth. Not my truth, not what I believe, just what the truth is. Do you understand that now? I am telling you the truth. What you do with the truth is up to you. I'm not telling you you have to believe a single fucking word that I say. I'm saying, here is the truth. This is the truth. Not my truth. It's not your truth. It just is the truth. If you can't understand the truth, sorry about that. But when I say to you that I love everyone, it means I love everyone. And when I say to you, don't hurt anyone I love, it means you too. I don't have to sleep with you. I don't have to spend all the days of my life with you. It doesn't mean that I can't love you. And it doesn't mean to say that I won't get pissed when you try and hurt yourself through trying to hurt me. But I'm not pissed that you're trying to hurt me because you can't hurt me. I'm pissed that you're trying to hurt you. And blame it on someone else. There is no wrath. None. You are not getting wrath off anyone but yourself, and you're getting it because of you. You're saying, universe, I want this to happen, and it happens. But it doesn't happen where you're saying it should go, because where you're saying it should go, the universe doesn't agree. And it has to go somewhere. So, return to sender, address unknown, no such number, no such zone. Now, you had a quarrel. I'm not quarreling with you. I don't give a shit. But you had an argument with yourself about something that you believe to be true, which is not true, and you fell out with yourself, and you started to do stupid things. And the repercussion of that was your anger, and you are feeling your anger. You are feeling everything you wanted to happen. Not where you wanted it to happen. You're just feeling everything that you want it to happen. And the sooner you don't want it to happen, guess what? That wrath that you're feeling, it'll stop. It'll stop. That's the truth. Like if you stop, see this, just imagining, stop fucking bullshit, just imagine. See the match that you have, trying to burn somebody else's life down, looking in the mirror at this person and saying you want to destroy them. You see the match, you're looking in the mirror, that's all you're doing. The mirror is you. You're seeing something else, but the mirror is you. And you start to burn that down. Look closer, because it's your reality that's burning down. You never get past the mirror. You're not touching anything through that portal, the other side. You're not touching anything there. It's coming back at you. Stone. Oh, another stone. Oh, bigger stone. Oh, fuck. A massive rock. Oh. It's coming at you. Nothing else. Nothing else. So when you start when you start to see your own eyes, when you see your own eyes in the mirror, and you see the soul behind those eyes, ask them what the fuck they think they're doing. Because at that point, guess what? Guess where you are? Guess where you are when you look in those eyes, your eyes in the mirror. When you look in the mirror and you look into those eyes, guess where you are? At the beginning. If you get lost, go back to the beginning. What's the beginning? The beginning is the darkness. How do you get out of the darkness? You see the fucking light. And that's how simple it is. So, in order to see the light, you have to start in the dark. You think you see the light, you think you see the blue sky, and you think you're walking in the light, but you're not walking in the light. You are too blind. You are, remember, blind searcher, won't find it. You are blinded by the light. Now, until you walk through the fucking darkness, you will never know the light, ever. Because you haven't come to terms with the darkness. You don't understand. That's where you begin. Begin it where warm waters halt. You will see the light. You will see the light when you've been through the darkness. The darkness is within you. Your world is dark because of the darkness within you. But when you bring Louis Cypher, the person with the light, into the dark, it becomes light within you. Not fully light, not blinding light, just an understanding light. Now, whilst you can balance that light and that dark within you, you can then appreciate and not be blinded by the light outside of you, because out of the blue is darkness. And if you won't accept that the sky is black, until you accept that, you won't know why the sky is blue. The sky is only blue because you can see the fucking light outside of the darkness that is within. As within, so without. And you will never know that at the start of the day, it was dark. At the time of creation, let's say, it was dark. Now, I said this before, at the time of creation, on what part of the earth were you looking at it from? On what part of the earth were you looking at it from? Because it's not north and south, really, is it? Here's the earth. Here's the sun. Sun's here. This is all bright. This side is all bright. Then when the earth turns round, this side is all bright. It's only, doesn't work exactly like that, but it's only hot and cold. Hot, warmer, 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 warmer. Hot, no. Warm, cold, warm, hot, warm, cold. Turns around, dark, turns around again, light. Now you understand, well, this flat earth and all this other stuff. You understand what happens because you see the truth. It's light on one side of the world because there's a light source on that side of the world. And it's dark on the other side of the world because there is no light source there. There's no light source. But when the world turns around, there is light. And on that side, there isn't. And when the Earth goes back, the nearer to the top you are, the colder it's going to get. And the nearer to the middle you are, the warmer it's going to get. Then when it comes back, the nearer to the bottom you are, the colder it's going to get. And the nearer to the middle you are, the warmer it's going to get. Because here is the light source shining on the Earth. And whilst it can get to these areas, it's light and it's warm. And if you're in the middle, it's really hot. So if you imagine that your temple has a night and day, and you need to balance that night and day, so's what? Why do you need to balance the light and day? So it's always dawn or dusk. Where do you end up? In the middle. The grey line. That line where you can always see the truth. Not your truth. Not yours. It's not truth because you say it's truth. It's truth because it's truth. It's in the middle. It's not dark. It's not light. It's just that in between. But in that in between, you can see clearly. I can see clearly now. The in between has gone. So now, as a human being, you can walk in that in between. You can walk in that daylight, when it starts to get light in the day, or the dawn, the dusk, the sunrise and the sunset. Now, if the whole world is, please listen, if the whole world is either sunrise or sunset, does that mean that we're all the same? No. Because there are some people that are more in their darkness than their light. And there are some people that are more in their light than their dark. That's just the way that it is. But there are some people who are fully in their dark, who don't want to come into the light. And they stay there more and longer than they should. So we walk at the sunrise and we walk at the sunset, and we can either be more light or more dark, but we don't stay in the dark, and it's almost fucking impossible to stay forever in the light. Some people can get nearer to the light, but it's almost impossible to stay fully in the light and appreciate it because you've got nothing to compare it to. So Father is not saying that you have to be fully in the light. He's saying on this earth, this school, you're going to learn lessons. And you may dip into the dark, and you may dip into the light. Did you dip your toe in it? You may do that, and that's fine. But as long as you understand, as you understand the beginning, the darkness, as long as you understand the darkness, as long as you understand that the darkness, I decided, needed light. Excuse me. Not I decided. Needed light. The darkness couldn't exist on its own. Couldn't exist on its own. Is not allowed to exist on its own. And that's where we were heading, into the darkness. Now, is it just metaphor? I hate with these words because I don't fully understand or appreciate them. I don't know why, because I'm quite smart, but there are some things that I seem to have missed out a bit on when I was young. If we look at it as a metaphor, it can't be evil. Can't just be darkness. It can't be all evil. It can't. There has to be some good. Listen, good. There has to be some good in the world. And so there was some good in the world. And then apparently, good and evil have been fighting for dominion ever since. See, at some point, we're told that the Father, who created everything, including what we call the devil, Lucifer, the angels, etc., who didn't agree with what Father was saying. Because what? Why didn't they agree with Father? Because there was his truth and their truth. What they believed was the truth and not what was the truth. See, once you decide that you're going to give people free will, they can choose to do whatever they wish to do. And they will have an idea that they can believe what their truth is. Not what the actual truth is, what their truth is. Hence all the religions. I don't believe that. I believe this. So I'm not going to be this part of Christianity. I'm going to be this part of Christianity. And they're not going to be that part. Someone else is going to be that part of Christianity. And someone's going to be that part of Christianity. Someone's going to be that part of Christianity. And someone's going to be a Muslim. And someone's going to be a Hindu. And someone's going to be a... Because that is their truth. Why is it their truth? It's their truth because they were told it was their truth. They were told. As a nipper. As a little child. Confirmation. As a little child, they were told, this is your religion. This is what you should believe. This is how everything was. Now, if you're one of the few thousand religions, you would have taught your child, whatever it is, the religion that you believe. Or you would have sent them to a place that told them, this is what you should believe. They didn't tell them the truth. They told them what they should believe. So when you go through life and you say to people, it's my truth and I'm sticking to it, okay, stick to it. That's your free will. But it's not truth. It's a belief. It's something that you've been told is true and you believe it, but it's not a truth. Because the truth can only be one thing. The truth can only be one thing. The truth can be the truth. Just like love can be love. But in love, like an onion, there are layers. And those layers need to be respected because, not respected, but accepted. Because there is motherly love, fatherly love, brotherly love, sisterly love, uncle, aunt, nephew, niece, just with the human being. And then there is the love for your car, the love for your pet, the love for nature, the love for this, the love for that. And it needs to be separated into those categories. Now, in that, there is an intention of love. Just like there's an intention in the dark. There is an intention of love, same thing, same category. There's an intention of love, but to be in the darkness. To love, two people loving together in the darkness. And it's the intention that one pleases the other. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But when there is no love, there's just the intention to please themselves, that's a little bit different. And that darkness is not allowed. Not allowed. So stop saying that it is your truth. The truth does not belong to you. The truth is just the truth. Your belief, yep. Your free will, yep. It belongs to you. It's yours. You choose to be the person that you want to be. But if you fucking choose that person to be in the darkness, fucking people over, you can be darn sure that what you've done is going to come back and bite you up the bum. And it's not the wrath. It's not the wrath. You're trying to achieve something that you shouldn't be trying to achieve. And therefore the universe says no. Now, I know what you're thinking. So I'll explain to you. Because you're very hard of hearing. You haven't got many smarts. I'm not lying. It's the truth. You think, well, I used to be able to do it and it was okay. It used to work. We used to do this, and this and get away with it. We're not playing that game anymore. Remember, the Matrix is rewritten and the game of life is a different game. So instead of us being the hunted, the chase, you're in the chase. It is you that is going through the chase. We're not chasing no more, we attract. We don't have to follow knowledge without a D. No, knowledge with a D. We don't have to follow knowledge with a D. We don't need the D to spell knowledge. We can get by in this world knowing that the rule that you set for us doesn't apply to us. It applies to you. It's your rule, you keep it. See how it works? I'm trying to explain to you that the way you live is going to affect you, and it's going to affect you in a big, remember that word big way. But it's not going to affect us because our rules have changed. They're different. We do not need the D to spell knowledge. It spells knowledge without the D. And that rule that you put on us, we don't need it. But you do. So in your game of life, play your game. In our game of life, we play our game. But if you want to coexist in our game, then you play by different rules. And now you're learning lessons. See how it works? We had to learn lessons in your game. You ran this game and we had to learn those lessons. Well, I learned those fucking lessons. Even though you didn't fucking tell me the rules, fuckers. You didn't tell me the rules. They were just lesson after lesson after lesson after lesson with no rules. But Forrest said, I fucking listened. He said, when the rule gets better, it goes up. And when the rule gets worse, it goes down. Well, sticking a D in the word knowledge, nah, not interested. Or, in other words, setting up straw man, nah, not interested. Setting up land law and maritime law, nah, not interested. Being forever stuck in lack, nah, not interested. All those little things that you put in, those rules. Contracts that were signed, I didn't know, confirmation. Contracts that were signed that I didn't know about, nah, not interested. Them are your rules. Be careful, because maybe there are some contracts that you're under that you don't know about. And it may upset you, and it may piss you off, and you may be worried, you may be anxious. Remember those words that Forrest learned in 5 minutes? You may be all those things in 5 minutes when you find out you don't fucking know the rules and you don't know how to play the game, and everything's coming at you because you've thrown it out there, remember? Throwing everything out, wah, 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 and it's all coming back. Oh, well, learn the fucking rule. Don't put anything out there. Don't put anything out there. Unless what you're putting out is good. I suggest maybe to get some dharma instead of karma, these videos that I've been giving you with all these gems, treasure, I suggest you clip a bit and put it out there. Because in doing that, maybe you're going to help a lot of people. Not because I want to be famous, but because you'll be famous. It'll be your channel that gets the views, not mine. Like, I'll probably get 100 and odd views, and you might get 1 million and something views. Because the gems that I'm giving you are important for the whole world. They are to make everybody just get along. Because it's what? What am I telling people? The truth. I'm telling people the truth. And with that truth, everybody has a, what's the word Forrest used? A better life. They're a better family. So, the truth, this is what this is about. Staying faithful to the truth. Staying faithful. Excuse me, confirmation. Truth for the chase. The truth for life. Bloody burp again. Staying faithful, not because of what I've had. Staying faithful. Chase. Look up the word chase. Staying faithful to the chase and staying faithful to life. How to live life so as we can all get along. So you don't blame Father, don't blame him for what you're going through. Go within to the darkness, see the light, come into the light. Happy days. Happiness is the pot. But if it's as within, so without, that bullshit that's inside of you, that's your reality. Nothing to do with Father. You created it. Now, please listen, because you've probably already forgotten. It didn't work because you were hiding behind a skirt, weren't you? You were hiding behind a skirt, doing bad things, blaming other people. But now, there's the light. You're exposed. Everyone can see you. Everyone can see you. Everything that you've done, they can see. And what you did was done with the energy of those that you were feeding off. But now, you've got to do it with your own stuff, which you haven't. Remember the turtle I told you about? Going across the sand. Because if you don't, when you get into the water, you probably won't survive. Well, guess what? You didn't go across the sand. Somebody picked you up and plopped you in the water, and guess what? Can't swim. That's what's happening to you. And if you listened, you would understand that I told you that's what would happen to you. Not just me. If you listen to Forrest, he said what? What did he say? No shortcuts. You have to go across the sand. You have to do it. You have to make that long journey, which seems pointless, Long journey across the sand to build up your muscles so when you got to the ocean, you could swim. But you didn't want to go across the sand. You just wanted to piggyback off someone or wanted somebody to pick you up and put you in. And then you swim on their back and let them drown and let them take all the burdens. It doesn't work like that anymore. I've tried to tell you over and over. So, this is to help people understand the thrill of the, was it the quarry they sought? Do you know what turn means? It means Christie. That's weird, isn't it? Like it's a ski term. That's weird. Like if you look up the term, word, synonym, for turn, you'll be surprised at what you come up with. You'll also be surprised at what you come up with Cynthia and Diana. Not Cynthia being Diana, but you'll be surprised what you come up with when you look up different people. Posy. When you look up that word, you'll be surprised what you come up with. Maybe even a dancer radio. You'll be surprised what you come up with. You see, there are no coincidences, only synchronicities. And in the beginning was the word. So if you get lost, go back to the beginning. You find the word being hallelujah. You know that in the beginning, was the why that disappeared. That why had to go. Why is it that I must go? That why had to go to hide Father, to steal from Father his abundance, his children, the love, the abundance, the children, and the creation. To steal that from him. So why had to go. And in came Jack. Let's say Jack. Or Justin. Let's say Justin. I wonder what those words mean. I wonder what they mean. Oh, I know what they mean. I sent Forrest a letter or an email. It's weird how a divine creator who tells us in the beginning was the word, and that word being Yah, hallelujah, tells you that his son was Yahusha, divine protection. Tells you that his prophet that was named in the womb before he was born, he became a prophet called Elijah, belonging to God, or however that worked out. That's crazy, isn't it? Because that's what we're told. He knows us before we're born. And we are named depending on our effect on the future. That's quite smart, really, when you think about it. Like your name might have a bearing on how you affect the future. Smart. Like the parents think that they're naming their children, when in reality, the subconscious, the soul, the heart, that's what's doing the naming. Because there's a higher power involved. Please listen. This higher power, according to us all, because that's what we understand to be true, there are chosen people. Chosen. Not allowed to touch them. Not the prophets, not the chosen. And they're probably named, aptly named, in regard to what it is that they will be doing. And they will be born at specific times within the horoscope, the real calendar, the real horoscope. When you think about it, when you really think about it, it was all set up, wasn't it? like 364 days, 13 months. Everything is spot on because it's continuous, and chronological. The universe, as we know it, is rhythmical. It takes so long for it to go around the sun and come back, so long for it to go around the sun and come back, and it doesn't change. It doesn't change. Like it's designed to be specific, precise. One could say faithful. You could rely on those things. The moon will come round ever so often. Mars will come round ever so often. Venus will come round ever so often. So on and so on and so on. And you could rely on them. They would be faithful. You could rely on them to be in the same place at the exact same time each time. Coincidence? No, I don't think so. So the universe was set up in such a way, or the realms or planes or quantum Buddhas, whatever it is, was specifically set up to be punctual. The second the minute hand struck 8. It's meant to be punctual. What does that word mean? It's been confirmation. So some people decided they didn't want that. They didn't want this powerful being, person, however you want to call it, being in charge. They wanted to be in charge. So they stripped all of that punctuality away. All of that faithful stuff that we relied on, including Father, who was faithful to us. All of it was stripped from us. It became what? What did it become? Unfaithful? Ooh, some people must have overlooked it. Some people are overlooking New Mexico. What does that mean? Is New Mexico unfaithful then, if they overlook it? Is Turn unfaithful? What were we being told? So all of the information in the Thrill of the Chase, not all of the information in the Thrill of the Chase, which is not as it seems, won't that mean what you think they do? That information, if you went back to the beginning of it, would give you a story about how the Thrill of the Chase was going to play out. Because those people whose names are pretty well known had an effect on the chase. And based on their names, you could read what their effect would be. But remember, it's an important word, B-U-T-T. To have clarification, to solve the poem for a chest in the Rocky Mountains, understand what follow means, understand what precisely means, and understand what as means, and you have a solve for a chest in the Rocky Mountains for the solve of the poem in the Thrill of the Chase. But when you go deeper into what you were being told, you had to look at that poem differently. To solve that poem, there were clues, hints, whatever, that said you could pretty much do anything with this poem and you get 1,000,000 souls. Not 1,000,000, but you get a lot of souls. But you will get the information if you listen. So there was one solve that will give you a chest in the Rocky Mountains, but there were many other solves that would tell you what was going on. One of them saying, Jack is just a standing, ignore the chess, it's just the lure, those sort of things. You know, Mario will teach you get over the fence, blah, blah, blah. Raven in the wood, blah, all of that stuff. Everything that was happening in the chase, as I've told you, going through the chase, and you'll say, well, tell us what's going to happen in the future. Tell us. I'll tell you what's going to happen in the future, and you still don't listen. So you can solve that poem any way you wanted. Any way you wanted. When people say, oh, he said don't mess with my poem. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. That's what you heard because you weren't listening. You weren't listening. Like you lived in your 3D version of the game of life, the 3D version of the game of life. But Forrest didn't give it us in the 3D version of the game of life. He gave us the lie and asked us to solve the 5D version of it. He did give us the 3D version, which was a lie, but he asked us to solve the spiritual version. You see, that's the difference between religious or spiritual. Spiritual is the truth. It's not his truth. It's not your truth. It's not my truth. It's just the truth. The truth belongs to itself. It's the truth. It will remain the truth. So when Forrest says he's spiritual, then you need to find the truth. And when he says he's not religious, the Bible being a whole load of shit. So if you follow that poem like you follow the Bible, guess what? You're fucked. You ain't getting... No, you're getting the truth, but you're only... Whatever Forrest said about the truth to his dad, or his dad said to Forrest. Yeah, you have to tell the truth, but not in a way that people understand it, basically. So now we have this spiritual version of the poem that you need to find. You need to find the correct version of the poem that's been corrected. Once you've corrected it, it becomes correct. That's the version you need. You need the original. You need the draft. You need all those words that was given to you, but you didn't understand them because you weren't listening. If words don't mean what you think they do, think about it. If you're told that words don't mean what you think they do, what does the word words mean? What does the word think mean? What does the word do mean? You don't know because you never bothered to try. You just took the shortcut and went, Forrest said this is what it means. I have no idea. I'll go on to the next. Or I'm the solver because I'm so smart and I did something that Forrest couldn't think of. What? What? He must have thought of it because he set up the chase. Anybody, and I know there was lots of you, anybody who was trying to beat Forrest, what are you doing? What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Why are you trying to beat the fucking person that created it that's going to give you confirmation? Why are you trying to do that? Why are you trying to destroy the creator, the real creator, the person that created it? Why are you trying to do that? Why are you trying to make out that you can come up with a better solve than Forrest? What? It is his truth. His truth is the truth. And there's only one truth. Father's truth is the truth. And there's only one truth. Now, I've said before, and I'll say it, my last breath as it goes. The truth is whatever the beginning is. That we know. We can only go back to the beginning. That we know. Can't go further back than that. Can't go further back than that. So, as the creator, whoever was going to give us the information, if our history started 500,000 years ago, I'm not saying it did, if it started 500,000 years ago, then the beginning must be 500,000 years ago. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you're told it's billions of years, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. You can only go back as far as the truth, because everything has been written by man for you to believe is the truth. Doesn't make it the truth. I don't care what you say. It doesn't make it the truth. It just makes it what you believe to be true. The truth comes with evidence. Well, the evidence we have to say that Yah is the creator is in the word that was created. That's the truth. Now, listen, that will remain the truth, the one truth, the only truth, one name for eternity, that will remain the only truth unless there is an earlier beginning. And that has the truth. I've told you already. Ptah, Egyptian, before Yah, the Hebrew version of it, before Yah. Now, we can either believe that Yah was the Egyptian god, or that the Hebrews changed the truth. We know the Egyptians existed. There is truth that they existed. We have real evidence that they existed. Not because somebody told us, because there it is in front of our eyes, we can see it. But in all of that, we have a Bible that says blah, 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 blah. No, don't think so. We have information that says Atlantis. We have information that says Tatari. We have information, all of these other lands that are supposed to have existed, and yet they're not talked about. Like, the evidence for all of that is like the book about Superman. In 600 years, when there's no other proof, and somebody reads that book, they'll say, oh, there's a man on the earth called Superman. He did this, this, and this. Because there's no other evidence. So they tried to destroy the hieroglyphs to get rid of evidence. And we ended up with scripture. Then we ended up with the Bible. And even in that, we have an Ethiopian Bible based on the same belief, not truth, the same belief. We have the Ethiopian Bible, which has 25 more books than the European version of the Bible. That don't make sense already. So we already know there's something wrong there. And then in that Ethiopian Bible, with the Jubilees and Mary and Thomas and all those other books, Enoch, that we don't get to read, there is what we are told is the truth. So in our Bible, and I call it the European type Bible because, you know, basically the Europeans gave it to us, their version of what the truth is, the truth of creation. The Adam and Eve, first people, bumped into these other people, got kicked out of the Garden of Eden and managed to survive. No clothes, no tools, no weapons. No idea how to look after themselves, and they survived. No idea to have babies, all of it. They survived. I don't know. Just doesn't quite seem right. So there is a truth that there is energy. And from that energy became matter. Now, I don't know how it works. I'm not a physicist or scientist or whatever. I don't understand dark matter and normal matter, whatever. But energy, do we have energy? Do we have energy? Of course we do. Do we need to eat to keep that energy? Of course we do. What is the battery that keeps us going? Where did that battery come from to create the energy that keeps us going? Listen, we're told it's the heart that keeps us going. Is it just the heart? Or why does the mind do all the stuff? We're told that the mind creates our thoughts and does everything. Then why do we feel it in our heart? Like when you lose someone and you're thinking how much you miss them, why doesn't your head hurt? Why does your heart hurt? Why do you feel it in your heart and not in your head that's doing all the thinking? So the heart must do more than we are told it does. It must do. For it to feel, remember that's an emotion. To feel. It isn't just a pump. Not just a pump. Has an emotion. And we are told that we are bags of mostly water, or we are meat sacks, or whatever it is that we are told. But in that, we are also told that the water are the emotions. The water that is within us, the emotions. And we are told that we should drink water. Listen. Well, our governments must know that because they poison our water. I wonder what happens when they poison our water. Does it have an effect on us that again separates us from father, source, mother, however you want to see it? And I can assure you now, when I talk about mother, the divine feminine, you are in for a fucking shock. Because they're like, what's going on? What's going on? Now, if you know anything about a mother bear, when they wake up, see what the fuck you've done, oh dear. Oh dear. Like, you may hate women. Trust me. Trust me. A woman scorned, what you did to the divine feminine, oh boy. Oh fucking hell. When they're ready, when they are ready, you will wish you were never created. Who created you? So you decided you would do your own creation. Excuse me. Clones, AI, robots, etc. You decided that you go down that route. And you had a plan. You had a plan. Don't like making plans. Antagonistic to freedom. You had a plan. Look up the word plan. You had a plan. And it failed. It didn't just fail, like miserably. It failed. So instead of just, can't we all just get along, you wanted to rule. Look up the word rule. Remember, Forrest talked about the rule. You wanted to rule. How's that going? The more further forward, always going forward, because we can't find reverse. What does reverse mean? Like backward bicycle. Just look up those words. You'll find out what the truth is. Excuse me. So in all of this, if you were spiritual and not religious, you might have had an understanding about the life of the chase, the game of thrill, not thrones, thrill. Although you could look up thrones. I have to tell you the truth. So in all of our existence, we were told the truth. We just didn't see it because we didn't hear it because we didn't listen. Our problem is the ego taking us into that materialistic or that, I'm better than you type of scenario. Screwed ourselves over. Confirmation because we're always trying to be better than the person next to us. Sorry, confirmation. And not how can I get better? How can I get better without worrying about what's happening around me? Like, it doesn't matter how good this person is or how bad this person is. It only matters who I am. So once you get rid of the ego, nobody can say anything to you. And nobody can give you letters or phone calls or whatever and tell you this, that, and the other and make you feel a certain way. The design of these people, the teachings. Wow, our teachers are all fucked up. Confirmation. I'm not kidding. They're put in these positions. Our government people are put in these positions not to help us. Can you hear the train? Oh dear. Could you hear the train? It's been going off. Not the Cater railroad tracks. What are they called? Oh, should I tell you? I don't know. Oh, I'm missing all this. My contract expires at the end of the year. Oh, I don't know what that's for. Wonder, hello, Dave, anyway, and Regenesis, and Captain. Amy, hello, Merry Christmas to you. If you believe in Christmas. Oh, look, Tarzan, not indulgence. There's a big confirmation. Tarzan, not indulgence. Okay, just one. You having a drink? I keep waiting for the three wise men. You only want one? There were no wise men. I'll be enrolled into a contract at the end of the year. The only three wise men I know are me, myself, and I know. Yes, them are the best too now. Them are the best ones. Them are definitely the best ones. Yeah, I have no issues with Christmas. As long as I know that I'm not celebrating it because he wasn't even born in December. I'm not celebrating it because of that. I'm celebrating it because it's a free, celebration day. The same with Easter. And I have to look into this because I don't know, me in truth. I'm led to believe that Father, I said a word. Father says we shouldn't celebrate our birthdays. There's some ego in there or something, but I think you should celebrate getting through life. I think you should celebrate, like in this world. Like, you probably don't need to celebrate in a world that's full of love, laughter, happiness. You probably don't need to celebrate it then. But in a world where you manage to get by through every day, yeah, I think there should be a celebration. But I understand why there's no need to celebrate it on a given day, because every day is a celebration of life. I understand that. That's not, it's not something I can't understand. Every day you can celebrate life. But that's only if life is good every day. Now, excuse me, I know. Don't give me the fucking bullshit. I know. Every day is meant to teach you to be the person that you will be to get through the life. Confirmation. To get through the life you're going to get. But that's in this fucking matrix. That's in this matrix. In this matrix, yes, be grateful for the bad things because they will help you get through. But in reality, in the as it was, so shall it be, when everybody is looking after everybody else, then you're just happy anyway, and you're grateful anyway, and you'll live in your best life anyway, and every day is a celebration. I'm talking to you now. Not every day is a celebration for very many people on this earth. And I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck that you want to teach them lessons. When this world changes, when it changes, then you can worry about, well, you don't need to celebrate your birthday because every day is a celebration. It ain't that way now. It ain't that way now. And those people that are suffering, and there are too fucking many of them, and get me started, there are too many of them that are suffering now. And I don't see that they should celebrate it or be grateful, even though I understand what you're saying. It makes them the person they need to be to get through life. But the life shouldn't be like this anyway. So the people that are making the life like this, these so-called wannabe gods, have a reckoning that needs to be reckoned. Give it back, what they stole, going into the darkness, understanding what is correct and what is wrong, understanding that, and coming out into the light and asking for forgiveness. Not me, I don't give a shit. Not the people that you did it to, no. Don't put the burden on them. They should not have to worry about whether they're a good soul because they forgive you. They don't need to forgive you. They don't need to forgive you. They'll get through life quite easily without saying to you, it's okay. I don't mind you did what you did. It's all okay now. Don't worry about it. No, they're not going to say that. You want forgiveness? Go to the source. Go to the source. Where does the source start? Where does it start? Not me, inside. It starts within. So you have to connect that battery, that everything that's inside you, that energy that keeps you going, the fact that you're still alive, that source. You have to connect that source into the matrix. Then ask Mother, Father for forgiveness. Because they will decide what to do with the energy that's inside of you. Listen, I talked about the darkness that's outside of you, because it's the darkness that's inside of you. When they forgive you and they decide that the energy within you can be light, that's when your world changes. When they decide you have to connect first. If you are connecting to God, Jesus, Elohim, Lord, Baal, Allah, Shiva. No offense, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I know you all, in your way, you all exist. I understand that. I understand that because it's the intention. There are good people all around the world who have good intentions with regard to think who they think is the creator. Because they've been lied to by those who want to be the creator. Remember, it's not the truth, it's just your truth, what you believe, but it's not the truth. The sky is black. It started black, it will always be black until the earth turns and the sun shines. And then, all of a sudden, out of the blue, my father said, who do you want working on your car? So you want someone who was there. You want someone who knows what the fuck they're talking about and not somebody who got it out of a book. Because what you read in the book is not necessarily true. Remember, Forrest said the same thing. It's the stuff that isn't in the books. Remember all that pottery? It's the stuff that isn't in the books that he wants to know. What's not in the books? If there is stuff that isn't in the books that you want to know, what is that? It's the truth. You wanted to know the truth. Not what he read. He didn't want to know what he read. He wanted to know the truth. So the stories are the same, only the names of places have changed. He wants to know the truth, not what he's reading, because he knows by looking at it, I've just read this and that ain't bloody true. That's not what I can see with my own eyes. Black sky, blue sky. With my own eyes, what am I looking at? With my own eyes, what am I looking at? It only becomes blue when the sun comes out. That's the truth. The sky only becomes blue when the sun comes out. In reality, without anything affecting it, it's black. When you get past the influence of the sun, it's black. It's black. It was created black, it'll always be black. Until let there be light. And there was light. And it shone throughout the world. But did it? Did it actually shine throughout the world? Or did it just shine on one side of the world? Because the other side of the world, as we started, is in darkness. And that is us. Now, take it a step further. When we are born, we are told we were born into sin. No. We came out of the darkness and we came into the light. So we are born in the born into the light. We were born of love, more often than not all the time. You sons of bitches. So once we are born into light, they then teach us to stay in the dark. Like block us. The moment we're born, they're forcing us to stay in the flipping darkness. But remember, I wish I never said the word yes. Actually, that's an answer to yes. The word gravitas is in the book There's Treasure Inside from Mysterious Writings. Why would I ask that question? Is the word gravitas in the book There's Treasure Inside? Or even clarity? or even Gap? Or is it Mount Vernon? Mount Vernon. Or Indiana? That's Mount Vernon, isn't it? Like there's different ones. Or what else? Well, you'll see when you look them up. The information, if you want to know something, you have to use words to give you that information. Is it raining? Can you say that it's raining just because you've been asked a question? Or no. Can you respond to that? Can you give an answer to that? Just because you've been asked a question, is it raining? No, you can't. There's no truth in that statement. Unless you're fully aware that the question is it raining outside right now? Nope. But what if they meant, is it raining outside in Sydney, Australia right now? Wyoming, the United States? So you can give an answer with an assumption, but don't make your answer true. It's just what you believe to be true. And you will swear up and down that you're correct, that you've given the right answer to the question you were given, but you don't know the question you were given. You're assuming you know the question you were given, and you give an answer to the question that you assume you were given. So if I'm in England and you're in America and I say, is it raining outside? And you go look outside and say, no, I didn't mean is it raining over there. I meant, is it raining here? So if you keep making assumptions about what it is that's being said to you, don't be surprised if you keep getting the wrong answer. If you make an assumption after being told words don't mean what you think they do, and make an assumption that follow the 9 clues precisely is what you were told to do, if you make that assumption, don't be surprised if you've got the wrong answer. Because those words don't mean what you think they do. And if you made an assumption that begin it where warm waters halt was the first clue, don't be surprised if you're wrong. It may be the first clue, but not in the way that you read it, because words don't mean what you think they do. If you made an assumption, as I have gone alone in there, meant when Forrest went in there, or however you took that word as, nope, didn't mean that at all. Because it was a fake poem. The chase was fake. You know that. It was all about fake. Now, I don't mean that in the way that you think that I mean that. It wasn't what you thought it was. Not it was a bad thing from the very start, even though it could have been a bad thing from the very start. But if it was a bad thing from the very start and the chest was just a lure, what was it really about? And why did we end up with Jack? Is it because this poem, this fake poem, was never to be solved? But Forrest had a whole card. It was never to be solved, ever. not for 1,000 years. And yet it was solved. And the information about the solve was bullshit. And the information about the solve was bullshit. And the information about the finder was bullshit. And so on and so forth. And the person that found it never, ever, ever claimed it. Ever. Never sat in front of the cameras and said, I solved the Forrest Fenn poem in The Thrill of the Chase. Now that in itself should have told you straight away that someone is lying. To not claim you solved it, which for most people was probably the most important thing to them. They wanted to be the solver. They wanted to be known as the person that solved the Thrill of the Chase that went for nearly 10 years. And yet the person that did it was not all over the news. I don't know, at least 3 months. Like, oh, you solved the Forrest Fenn Thrill of the Chase. How did you do it? Well, it was like this. I walked along, I grid searched, I stumbled over the chest, I looked up, saw the blaze, and that was it. What? What? Isn't that what Forrest said you couldn't do? No. And remember, I did grid search. And then there's treasure inside. You need to grid search. I did grid search. And Davey came with me. And we grid searched, I don't know, a lot of acreage. He was in Australia and I was in England. But we went together. And when we came to a fork in the road, we took that together as well. I don't know, maybe we were faithful. And we went there in person. Maybe we were faithful. We didn't need to go boots on the ground. Wonder what chair means. So, if words don't mean what you think they do, why the lie? Remember, they have to tell you the truth. You're told the truth. Words don't mean what you think they do. Nothing is as it seems. Hope nobody ever finds out about the creator of the Thrill of the Chase. And if you put that in context with the Bible, it's the same thing. And in both, there was a treasure to be had. And in both, the treasure you're thinking about, the chest, Jesus, that treasure, it's fake. It's not what it's about. The treasure is in the Creator. The Creator has the abundance. I'm not lying. The Creator has the abundance. Father, it's his abundance. It's his earth. All the gold, everything, whatever's on this earth belongs to him and Mum. And what Forrest created, if his name's Forrest, what was created is worth more than 10 million in 2019, 2018, whenever, around there. Keep wanting to say 2017 for some reason, I wonder why. So something was going to be worth more than 10 million and Forrest can go back and get it. But he couldn't. Couldn't end it. Even if it was worth 20 million, he couldn't end it. 30 million, 30 billion, he couldn't end it. Because he needed the spot. It wasn't quite finished until it was finished. I know somebody would say the end is ever drawing nigh, wouldn't they? If it's not finished until it's finished, you know what I'm coming up with, don't you? It ain't over till the fat lady sings. What does that mean? Oh, it's still in progress. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does the last act mean? Like the fat lady sings, that's the last act. What does that mean? Higher hand knows. Like the fat lady singing, maybe not the most important thing. Maybe the fact that it's the last act, or that it's ongoing, or because words don't mean what you think they do. So believe me. Where's that from? Believe me when I say. Where's that from? Oh, fun and answers. Oh, yes, I forgot that, didn't I? Dang. I had fun and epic. I forgot about answers. What do answers mean? What does answers mean? Not what do. What does? So there are people out there who want the worst for good people on this planet. And because they want these bad things to happen to these people on the planet, it's happening to them. And they are blaming Father. And they are saying it's his wrath, or mine, or theirs, our wrath, that is creating issues for them. Okay, if you get lost, let's go back to the beginning of that, because I'm lost. I'm lost. I don't see that it's Father's fault. I don't see that it's my fault, so I'm lost in that. So let's go back to the beginning. In the beginning, confirmation, in the beginning, you did some very, 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 very bad things. And you managed to stay on this earth, hiding behind a skirt, doing very bad things and blaming good people. Thousands of years. Your game, remember, the game of life, your game. And you thought it was funny, and you thought it was fun, you did all these things, you thought it was great, and you were okay with that. No wrath from father or mother, everything's hunky-dory. Because within you, happy. Happy, 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 happy. Everybody else was suffering around you, taking on your burdens, like the shit that was in you, you gave to them, and that's how their life was, because you transferred it from you to them, hiding behind a skirt. All good. No wrath. You're having fun because you're living their life, their creativity that you stole, their energy that you stole. Everything's good. And then, at a certain point in time, let me cover that bald spot. At a certain point in time, you weren't covered anymore. You weren't covered. And the bad things that you were doing, they were seen. Everybody could see them. Everyone. Every being. Dragons, fae, star beings, father, mother, otter spirit, everyone. Everyone could see all the shit you were doing. They could hear it, they could smell it, all of it. Because it assaulted his senses. All of it. And now you can't hide under it. Now you can't hide under it. No more skirt. And so, because everything that you're doing, the universe sees, it's bad, it's horrible, it's not good, you're getting back what you're doing. Because it's going to you now, not all these other people. It's going to you, not the other people. Hiding behind the skirt, giving them your shit, giving them your karma, making them carry your burdens. Are we right so far? Are you okay with that? Do you understand that? Everything that's happening to you is because of what you did. And then, And then, when that happened, what did you do? Did you take accountability? Did you go, oh, I see why this is happening? Because I did all those bad things and now I'm getting calmer? No. You went, what the fuck do you mean? Taking away the flipping umbrella. Who the fuck do you think you are? Stopping yourself getting hurt and stopping me taking your creativity and stopping me taking your financial wealth, stopping me taking your inheritance. Who the fuck do you think you are doing that? I'll tell you, shall I? I'm your fucking worst nightmare. Because I know what you've fucking done. And I don't like it. And all those people that you did it to, they know what you did. And they don't like it. And they don't like it. But there's no vengeance going on here. And there is no wrath. There is just you paying for what you did. Now, listen. It doesn't matter how high up it goes with you people. We know where it ends. We know where it started. We know. Those people at the very top, oh, they're feeling it. Trust me. Those people beneath them, they're feeling it. Those people beneath them, they're feeling it. And all the people who know what went on, who don't want to tell the truth, they're feeling it too. Excuse me. They're feeling it too. Every single one of you is feeling it. But don't blame. It's not wrath yet. That's still to come. Because you don't listen. Like you're getting it easy now because what you're getting is what you put out. No one's vengeful. No one's angry. No one's trying to teach you a lesson that you don't deserve. You just don't understand that it is a lesson that you need to learn. You need to learn it. And if you don't want to learn it or refuse to learn it, you will stay repeating that lesson. But in repeating that lesson, there will be other lessons that you need to learn. And if you keep throwing stuff out, those will be separate lessons as well. Because what you have, please listen, I've just explained, what you have is not yours. You stole it. I don't care if you only stole £10 and that £10 made you £1 million or dollars or yen or whatever you fucking want to call it. I don't care. The only reason you got the million is because you stole the 10. Without it, you'd have nothing. Now, if you stole 10 and gave 10 back, I don't know, maybe you realised that you shouldn't have took the 10. Maybe not so much of a lesson to learn. But when you say it's your fucking 10, you need to learn a lesson. Ain't your 10, ain't your million. You wouldn't have it if you didn't take the 10. So let's say you have 3 million. From that 10 that you stole, you made $1 million. So you give $1,000,010 back and you still got 2. You're not happy with that, are you? You don't want to give the 10 back and you don't want to give the $1 million back. You want to destroy the person you took the 10 from. I don't see that as learning the lesson. I really don't see that as learning the lesson. Maybe if we take $1 million from you with the $1,000,010. That probably sounds fair. No, you don't agree with that? You want to send more shit out? Okay, we'll take 2 million from you plus the $1,000,010. Now you have nothing. Learning the lesson yet? Are you learning the lesson yet? I'm not doing that of anger. I'm not doing that of anything other than you should never have done it to that person. Not me, not anyone else. Ever. And you take accountability of what it was that you did and you address the fact that you did it. Then, remember the darkness. Remember the darkness. Because without understanding the darkness, you'll never walk in the light. and you will never get forgiveness. Because that's how it works. There is no point forgiving someone. There's no point. None. There is no point forgiving someone who just wants to keep doing what it is that they're doing. Now, the only person that would know that could judge that, you, when you say, oh, forgive me, I won't do it again. The only person that can judge that. Because us as humans, listen, us as humans, we can't judge. We're not supposed to judge. We're not supposed to throw stones. We don't judge. So we can't forgive. Only when it comes to yourself. Know thyself. How do you know yourself? When you judge yourself. How do you forgive? When you forgive yourself. But only after you know thyself. Then when you know thyself, when you've been to those dark places and you see Louis Cypher with a torch, giving you the light, you know, the light bearer, torch bearer, whatever they call Louis Cypher, whatever they call him, comes into the darkness. Here he is. Woo! I'm in the darkness. Here we go. Can you see now? There you go. There's a torch. And then with the torch, in the light, you can go to father, mother and say, I understand what it is that I did wrong. Please forgive me. That's it. That's it. So, is Louis Cypher, I can't remember what film that was from, but is Louis Cypher good or evil? Like, he's the person that gives you the torch. In the darkness, don't realise the lessons that you needed to learn, and then Louis Cypher comes along and gives you the torch. Which reminds me of Adam and Eve. Didn't somebody come along and explain to them that they were more than they are? Like, take from the tree of knowledge, life, whatever it's called. Take from the tree of life. Take the fruit from the tree of life, even though there's no fruit, even though it's bullshit. Even though you were told if you did, you would die. Surely die. Surely mean. Even though if you did, you would surely die. This person, this evil person, comes along and says, like, I could be the evil person that you're talking about, basically, because you're saying that this person who told them to wake the fuck up, they're being used and abused by this so-called, not you, let's go halfway up, by this so-called godly being. You're being used by that person. You've got just as much power as that person, that being. And that being, pretending to be that being was upset. Oh, well, if you're going to find out that you're better than me, or you're as good as me, get out of my garden. I don't want you anymore. Like, I only kept you here so I could use you and abuse you. But now you know you're as good as me. Go see how good you are. Go on, pee off. And he kicked him out. And then they bumped into some other people. I don't know. So was that, and he obviously wasn't happy with the person that told him. Gad, God, whatever. Enki, Doodah, Eli, whatever his name, Endley, whatever. Obviously wasn't happy that he told them. So, a bit like today, making up stories about a person that goes around waking people up. Like telling lies, getting private information and spreading it around with a whole load of lies. You think I don't know? Of course I know. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm not judging you for being an idiot. If you want to go around looking like an idiot, fine. I don't care. You've been told everything you need to know. I'm not judging you. I'm calling you an idiot because you're doing stupid things. And idiots do stupid things. That's not out of judgment. You did stupid things, and that's the title people get when they do stupid things. It's not a judgment on you. It's just an observation on the things that you've done after being told don't do them. That does make you a bit of an idiot, I've got to admit. So, taking private information, spreading a whole load of shit that isn't true. And even if it's true, It's not up to you to go around doing those things that you're doing. Even if it is true, don't give a shit. Don't give a shit if it's lies. Don't give a shit if it's true. Don't. Carry on, do what you want. I'm not judging you. But don't say that you don't appreciate the wrath that's coming from God or that's coming from anyone that you've been hurting. That's all you. It's all you. This matrix is changing, absolutely changing. And the rules of the matrix, remember the rules that Forrest talked about? The rules of the matrix have changed. And you don't know those rules. And you're still playing the same game and getting different results. I wonder why that is. Oh yeah, I told you, didn't I? You're not hiding behind a skirt anymore. You're exposed. So all those celebrities, all those government officials, all those people are being blackmailed and all the fucking bullshit that's going on. The only way to stop it happening is to stop doing it. Fucking idiots. As ye reap, so shall ye sow. You're going around trying to destroy people. It's not going to destroy them. It's going to destroy you. Once you stop trying to destroy people, any list that you're on, any of the other things that are going on in this world that you don't want people to know about you because you're not a good person, it won't come out. If you're not trying to destroy other people, because what you're doing is telling the universe, God, Mother, Father, Yah, the truth, telling them, destroy this good person. Destroy this good person because they're taking from me what I stole. They're trying to expose me for being the evil person that I am. That's what they're trying to do. And I want you, please, I'm just explaining. I want you, please, to destroy these people because I don't want to be exposed. I want you to expose them, find something bad about them and expose them. And the universe goes, no, they're good people. This stuff that you've made up, this stuff that you've done is wrong. And so you get exposed. And it won't stop. It won't stop until you stop. See how it works? Do you see how it works yet? See this light? No protection. Every hair on my head that Father can count, every hair on my head, I know there aren't many, but you can count them. Every hair on my head that he can count, you're each one of those hairs. And Father can see you and he can see exactly what you're doing. And he says, no, they're my anointed. Why would I want to? Why would I even think about that? Okay, you can have it. It's got to go somewhere, you have it. Everything that I've said, I hope everything that I've said is true. And it's said, this is true, to help you, to stop the suffering. It's said to help you. The only way you can help you is to stop trying to destroy people, because it will not, never, ever, not in a million years, touch them. It will be taken by the universe and given back to you. Always. Can you hear that train? Like, those trains don't normally go that often, but they're really giving it some. Maybe it's the Katy Railroad tracks that Forrest talking about. Or maybe train means something else. Or maybe whistle means something else. Oh, whistleblower. The whistleblower, the person that tells. What's the person telling? That whistleblower. What are they telling? The truth. Why are you pissed off about the truth? Well, I don't want people to know. Well, don't fucking do it then. Or make recompense for the fact that you did it and understand that you need to do that. And it will come better from, I've told you all these things before, it will come better from you if you admit that you did it and try to make some recompense, some amends, something to say that you learnt the lesson. Now, last time. The truth is coming out. There is nothing you can do to stop it. Those 300,000 or whatever it was, bloody bullshit things on that list, nah. The redacted stuff, nah. It's coming out. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if there was a mark on the body of a particular person that was only their mark. Like, oh, look, we can see this. And hasn't such and such got a mark like that? Like, there will always be something that says, or someone that says, that person, that's who it was. Because the truth is coming out. What's hidden in the dark shall come to the light. Better it comes to the light by you, because you've gone into the dark and you've brought it out into the light and you understand the consequences and have learnt the lessons and have tried to repent. Because when you don't, the universe says, this is what they did. They have made no attempt to learn the lesson. This is the Dharma they get, and part of that Dharma is you being exposed. Like I say, this is not just about the chase. Everyone in the world. Did you hear that whisper? Everyone in the world. Because everyone in the world needs to be judged. Because those that have suffered, and I mean suffered, as much as can be recompensed, as much as can be healed, as much as can be healed, will be healed. Whatever that takes. Love, finances, friendship, home, whatever. Whatever they need to heal will be given to them after them being judged. All those that have suffered, all those that did the suffering, will be judged. And in that judgment will be the separation between those that have made some sort of effort to learn the universal lessons that we all should abide by, and those that can't love, won't be loved, won't give love, don't understand compassion, etc., 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 to whatever degree that they are judged. Not by me. I don't care. I don't have to do the judging. In that, the universal lesson, the universal lessons. There are ancestors. There are people throughout our history that have been suffering, have suffered. And whilst I don't say that they should judge anyone, whilst I don't say that they should judge anyone, I am sure they will ask for what is commonly known as justice. You see, justice, when done by a just person, King Solomon, my baby, no, my baby, no, my baby. All right, we'll cut the baby in half. Now, whoever is judged by a just divine being will find that if both of you in that scenario did not make that, okay, then let her have it rather than cut it in half. If one of you doesn't come forward with the right attitude, what you had, therefore you both lose, one more than the other. But you can be assured that if one of you has the right attitude, they will be looked upon more favorably. Because that's what a just divine being does. So this is basically just to say, stop saying about the wrath of the divine being. You have felt nothing yet from the divine being. Everything that you have felt has been, is what you are putting out. You are firing the arrows and they are hitting you. You're firing the arrows. Where'd that come from? Where'd that come from? Came from you. When you stop, it stops. That's not to say you won't be judged and feel the wrath. But there is no need for wrath when you are destroying yourself. Ain't nothing you can do, ain't nothing going on but the rent. Gotta have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. Oh, your cut-off game is strong. My cut-off game is strong, apparently. I try to help as many people as I can. I don't care what you think about the things that I say. I don't. And I don't care if you think I'm mad. I don't. And I don't care if you think I'm talking about me. I don't. This world is full of people, the same people that I'm trying to talk about. The world is full of them. And I speak on behalf of them when I say the things that I say. And if there is a being out here that is doing right by the humans of this world, or by everything of this world, that deserves what it is that they want, I'm happy with that. If you can't see that, I don't know. It does sadden me a bit. It really does. And anger, and make me laugh. Like lots of things. At some point, I will remember those things that were done, probably. And, people around the world will remember when they wake up fully. And I'm not looking forward to those moments because I already see what's happening in the world today and I don't like that. But I do see that some people have been saved, and that makes me glad. But more people need to be saved. And more people need to be saved because people are coming forward because they know what's happening and they know where the people are and they know who the people are who did these not very nice things. And like I say, for all this to happen, doesn't need anyone. Everything is known. The answers I already know. Everything is known. The only reason people need to come forward is to lessen the karma or the lessons they need to learn. That's it. Like, coming forward is not necessarily necessary. It helps you. It doesn't help in the overall scheme of things because it's already known. Already happened, already done. You are just petitioning for you to have less lessons to learn or to suffer less consequence. However you want to look at it, I don't care. But it really is just about learning lessons. It's not about punishment. It's about going back to the beginning. In the beginning, there was darkness. That's the simple truth. Not lying, not trying to bull it, not trying to make it fit, not trying to tell you something that isn't true. In the beginning, there was darkness. Within all of us, there is darkness. We need to come to terms with that. Find Mr. Louis Cypher with his torch, the light bringer, and understand it and get rid of what is not for our highest good or the highest good of other people. That doesn't mean to say, when Louis Cypher comes in with his torch, that all the darkness has to go. It just means that you understand it and that it's kept with your, I don't want to say blessing because blessing is be less. Be less than you are. You're saying throw down thing. I'm not saying you do it. Be less than you are. Throw down things that I be less than I am. Be less. No, I'm saying throw favor. So understand the darkness. It's not always that the darkness is evil. It's not always that the darkness in you has to go. Just that you understand it and you are authentic in it. This is the type of person I am. Remember the grey bit I was talking about? Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, darkness, sunset, darkness, and in between that, there's light. Now, you don't have to stay in the darkness and you don't have to stay in the light. But if you choose to be in the darkness, then do it for your best and highest good. And be happy that you are. And don't be afraid or ashamed of it. Because it's who you are. But you need to accept who it is, who you are. And you need to do it for your highest good and those around you. So if there are a load of people around you that work in the darkness, fine. But you don't go to anybody in the light and use them. You just use you people in the darkness and keep it going between yourselves. But you don't take anybody out of the light and use them for your own pleasure. Because that's not how it works. And you will be judged very harshly when you do those things, which is what's happening now. So I hope that clarifies things. While you're looking for my weakness, while you're looking for my weakness, which I haven't got, while you're looking for that, my weakness is your weakness. You don't believe me? What's the thing that you love most? What's the thing that you love most? What if I was to take that from you? Is that your weakness? Is that your weakness? Now, I've told you, don't hurt anything that I love, meaning everything. Everything, everyone. You are not allowed to touch the things that I love, and that is everyone. That includes the things that you love, which you have touched, which you have hurt. But it can be taken from you. And that's your weakness. And if you ever think of doing anything like that again, you will find out the consequences of everything you put into this world. I kid you not. So, I don't have any weaknesses. You know why? I just told you why. I'll explain it again. I don't have any weaknesses because I went within and I took away what didn't serve me and kept what did. So those people that you have working on each of the chakras, no, no, no. Sorry. I'm not sorry, but you're not learning. Makes me a poor teacher, I reckon. Or you're just a poor student. See, I know as a teacher that I will always be learning. Always. But you as a student think you know everything. No. When you learn the truth, remember, truth is not what you believe. The truth is the truth. The sky is black. Only when it has the light source can you see a blue sky. Until you realize that we are in the darkness, until we have the light. Telling people that the sky is blue and that that is your truth makes you look stupid. I seek the truth. I speak the truth. The truth is given to me in the words that we use. Now, please listen. The English word. But I don't think I would have done this if I was French or German or Italian or Chinese or Egyptian or American. You see, when you think that what you speak is the truth, it isn't. You don't speak American. You speak English. You changed it. I'll admit that. You changed it. But what you speak is not the truth. It's not the original. You made it something it isn't and say that it is true. You tell the world that if it weren't for you, World War II, you tell the world that you're the most elite snipers. You tell the world that you're the most elite blah, blah, blah. You tell the world that these programs like American Idol and Three's Company and whatever make people believe that they're your programs, and they're not. Most of what you have came from Britain. Most of the songs you think were done by Americans are done by British people. The car was invented by America, was it? Was it? Like the engine is American. Blah, 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 blah. You claim everything and you claim it to be true. But it's not true. It's just your truth, your belief. And when you look into the truth, you find out that you've been told a lot of lies. Star Spangled Banner? That's not yours. You stole it. It's not American. Apple pie? American as apple pie? No. British. Star Spangled Banner, the tune, British. Got fuck all to do with you. Stop saying it's American. It's not. You stole it, yes. You relate to it, yes. But you didn't invent it. It doesn't belong to you. It's not yours. And it's not the truth. Look up the truth. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm fucking lying when I tell you the truth. Not my truth. I don't give a shit. But not American as apple pie. Sorry. In York. In England, apple pie. Is it 1300s? So no. Stop saying it's your truth. It either is true and it's the truth, or it's not truth and it's the lie. That Star Spangled Banner, that was a drinking song. That you stole and created your anthem. Three's Company, Man About the House. The Office, well, you probably already know The Office is originally English. All of those things that you claim for yourself and you say, this is my truth, it ain't the truth. There's no such thing as my truth or your truth. There is only the truth. In the thrill of the chase, the truth is you needed the poem that Douglas Preston read. That's the truth. And if you used anything other than that poem, the second poem, if you used anything other than that, you couldn't solve it. Usually, confirmation, you couldn't solve it. Impossible. And it was only supposed to be difficult, not impossible. In the Bible, if, why is it that I must go? If the Y returns to where it was, where it always was, where it never left, never said goodbye, it was always there, because that's how they prayed and praised the original creator by saying, hallelujah, hallelujah, with a Y, which explains, not Jesus, Yahusha, divine protection, which explains, not Elijah, Elijah, which explains, not Jerusalem, which explains, not John the Baptist or Jordan or any Lion of Judah or any of the other bullshit. Because words don't mean what you think they do. But when you find the original and take it to the beginning, back to the beginning, if you get lost, you can read the story or the poem different. Read me what the poem says and it's game over. Read me what the first word was and it's game over. You can no longer believe in God when you find the original term for praising a divine being was never God. And if it was never God the creator, it was never Jesus, his son. Impossible. Impossible. I'm not just saying that. I'm making it up. It's impossible. And we know that by the truth. So I've told you the truth in the chase, which you don't do, you attract. So that in itself is another lie. There is no American, what does dream mean? There is no American dream. Or any dream that says that you have to work your ass off to make money. Or that you have to do people over to make money. Or you have to do this, that, or the other to make money. Or to live a good life. No. So the thrill of the chase, no. What does chase mean? No. Maybe it should be called the dream of the attract. Or the dream of, attract. Attract being the last word ain't going to work. That's be a different word. I wonder what that would be. So, I'm getting the row the boat. Life is but a dream, but stop. What does slip up mean? Like found the slip up. The Forrest Fenn slip up. What does slip up mean? What does Fenn mean? What does Forrest mean? The story of the thrill of the chase is in the words that we used in the thrill of the chase. The whole story, everything. How it was done is in the words of the thrill of the chase, including the people in the thrill of the chase, including men about Sunday smarts, mass. What was his name? Man Alone, Lucky Digger, Odious Soul, Cynthia Meacham, Christie, Justin Posey, Matt DeMoss, no, I won't say that name. I said it earlier. I'll leave it at that. So you look up those names. You work out what those names mean. But I'll tell you one thing. When you look up Christie, it means ski turn. When you click onto that, it says turn. And if you don't see a piece of yourself in the mirror, maybe you deserve another turn. And I can tell you now that word turn, it will keep you busy for a long time. But there's some words in there that you won't want to read. So, however it was done, it was done to tell a story. The thrill of the chase. However the Bible was done, it was done to tell a story. Even though those words, they don't mean what you think they do. What they tried to hide, they couldn't hide. The thrill of the chase, what Forrest tried to hide, in those words, he couldn't hide. Because the truth, excuse me, wow, energy. The truth is the truth. And it won't stay hidden. Remember, nothing done in the dark stays in the dark. All of that stuff. The information, high hand or not, was set out in such a way that if somebody listened, what does listen mean? If somebody listened, because you can't just read that poem the way that it is. You have to look at it. So hear me all and listen good. What does that mean? What does that mean? Not what do I remember when I first started doing the videos, I said I don't assume. And I said that I would paraphrase things. What does paraphrase mean? So I never assumed that what I was reading was the truth because I was told they didn't mean what I thought they did. And when you're told that there is a first version of what it is you're reading, and that version was easy to read, then you know that you're reading a lie. You're reading a corrected version. Changed, error, mistake, blah, 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 whatever that Forrest was talking about. Or secrete and secret, or all those things that we were told. You have to understand why you were told them. The only way you can work that out is if you know what it is that it could possibly be. Difficult, but not impossible. So you have to take it to the possible. If you don't want it difficult, it's difficult, but not impossible. Well, you know you can't do the impossible, so you have to do the possible, not the difficult. So you're taking it from the impossible, because it would be impossible, seriously, and only making it difficult would be to make it possible. See how that works? So I said, well, if it's only difficult, what does difficult mean? I know that impossible must mean it's impossible. So I need to make it possible. It has to be possible. I have to be able to do it because Forrest said he was a can-do. Can-do. What does can-do mean? So you look up all those fucking words and they tell you the answers. Because Forrest is telling you the answers when he's explaining to you what it is you need to do. Take it from the impossible. You can't do the impossible. It's impossible. You have to make it difficult. So what does difficult mean? Oh, it means faithful or all faithful. And then in order to make it possible, you have to understand how difficult it should be. So you look up those words, knowing that you have to take it to the possible because you'll never be able to do it if it's impossible. So once you know the poem is impossible, the poem is impossible. Absolutely impossible. It's impossible. You only want it to be difficult, you end up with what is possible. And possible is to understand how Douglas Preston read the first draft. What do those things mean? That's the information you were given. It doesn't mean what you think it does. It's the information you were given, but it doesn't mean what you think it does. What could possible be? Like what could be possible with those words? How can I make the impossible possible and not difficult? So those are the things that you do in a chase. Your best revenge. It's in a safe place. It's simple. It's difficult. Hang on, it can't be simple and difficult. Can't be both. Or can it? If it's going to be possible to be both, like it's impossible to be simple and difficult at the same time. Agreed? It's impossible. It's difficult but not impossible. No. Yeah, it's difficult but not impossible. Well, it's impossible to be simple and difficult at the same time. That's impossible. And it's not supposed to be impossible. But we're told that it's simple and it's difficult. So what do those two words mean that has the same meaning? If it's simple and difficult, there's a word that joins the two. What's that word? Or there's two words, or there's three words, or there's four words, or however many words there are, until you get to the point where all those words narrow down to what is possible, because it's not supposed to be impossible. It's only supposed to be difficult, but it's also simple, and you're supposed to simplify and go right straight. All of those. It's sure for the one that did. Metal, resolve, all that information that you're given. That's how simple it is. What's a franc? The post stamp. It's like, what are those post stamps there? Those post stamps are precise, are they not? found precisely on the day, precisely, follow the 9 clues precisely, 6th of June, that you already knew about, follow them precisely. I hid it in summer. What does summer mean? Braving in the wood, summer's wood. What else is summer? So you get all this information, all of the information that Forrest gave you, that you were told doesn't mean what you think it does, and you bring it to the possible. Well, what does it mean then? If it doesn't mean what I think it does, what does it possibly mean? If it doesn't mean what you're telling me, what does it possibly mean? And that's all you had to do. And all you had to do was follow precisely as. That's it. Faithful, synonymously or synonymically, whatever, as. That's it. And you knew the answer before you even started the poem. And you went there in person because in person means. Didn't have to go boots on the ground. Didn't have to do anything. Didn't have to lean in your armchair. You didn't have to spend years and years looking. Didn't have to go boots on the ground 150,000 times that these people said they did. You just had to listen. And in the listening, in all those words that I looked up, I was reading about religion, spirituality. I was reading about the Holy Grail, the Crusades, all sorts of things in those words. To the point that I thought, hang on a minute, what's all this bullshit about the Bible flipping stuff? That doesn't make any sense. To the point that I had one creator that was telling me this, which is bullshit, and another creator telling me this, which was bullshit. One creator telling me about a false treasure, another creator telling me about a false treasure. What the fuck? Now, I don't know if Forrest knew all of that. I don't know. I don't care. I just know it doesn't matter that it's his truth, and it doesn't matter that it's my truth, just that it is the truth. You had to take what was impossible and make it possible. And if it was impossible, that can't be the answer, because it was only supposed to be difficult and simple. So when you understand that you're getting contradictions, you look up the contradiction and you find the common denominator to all of it. And it takes you back to how you solve the poem. You follow, remember, to the 9s, follow 9 clues precisely. The answer was in the statement of how to solve it. That was it. And then in the book, you have, these stout-hearted men, jumpstart the learning curve, teachers with ropes, etc., etc., etc. The bounce, hard, big, mean, those words that stand out, tenacity, easy, those words that are just thrown in your face. It's like, well, why have you said that? Retarded, careen, crash, car crash, wreck. Why have you said these words? Why have you highlighted these words? These words that don't seem to fit where what you're saying. Then you look up those words, and some of those words are an hour, 2 hours, worth of checking them all out and trying to work out which ones were in the thrill of the chase. And in that, you found loads of souls. And I mean loads of souls. Like, you're all over the place in that poem. So not only did you have to check out the words, because you didn't already know the answer, because you greedy fuck, you thought you knew everything. And then you thought, well, this is the answer then. So you go over to America and you go, oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I'm not as clever as I thought I was. And I'm not as humble as I thought I was. And I'm not this and I'm not that and I'm not the other. And then you have that. You get home and you do the dark night of the soul, which goes on forever and ever and ever, because each time you think that you found what it is that's wrong with you, and you're about ready to say you're a whole person. How deep is a whole? How deep is a whole person? How deep do you have to go to make yourself whole? You know, even that deep thinking surgery using logic, like there's the answer straight in front of you. But how deep is the whole of you? Like say, if what was it? If I was getting the answers in 2019, I wasn't in it long. And in 2020, all the information that Forrest needed would have been on his email, in his email box. From 2020, 2019, 2020, when I realised I was a greedy fuck, from 2020, I was healing. I was learning that I wasn't the person that I thought I was. And in that time, the people in the chase were making me stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. After I did what everybody who finds the Father does, I hit rock bottom. I hit that place that's it. Now, I don't want people to keep going to that place because it's not a very nice place. And you should be able to learn before getting to that place. If you keep fighting the truth, you're never going to get there. Ever. You keep fighting the truth. The truth is the truth. You may hate it. You may be shameful of it. You may be whatever. You have to let all of that go. No need to be ashamed. No need to be afraid. None of those things. Just here to learn. And the only way to learn is to listen. Not to everything outside of you. Everything inside of you. To the point that you love everything that you found out about yourself. You love it because that's who you are. And everything that you didn't love, that wasn't serving you, everything that was in you that was someone else, it was their ideas, it was their thoughts, it's what they projected onto you, you fuck that off. It's no good for you. It goes. Family, friends, lovers, doesn't matter. Fuck off. And you have to do that journey because that's the whole point. Know thyself. Be faithful to you. Don't worry about anyone else. Again, put the mask on you first. Then worry about other people. Make sure you're good in yourself. Then worry about others. If you're trying to sort others out when you're not healed, how the fuck are you going to do that? And if something happens to you, they're on their own. And you don't have that. You're not there to give them that knowledge that they need to get through their life. So I went on a journey because of the people in the thrill of the chase, not because I chose to. I never came back from America going, oh, I'm all spiritual now. I need to go on a healing journey. No. I realised what a greedy son of a bitch I was. I did some reflection. But the trouble is, that mirror, that reflection, going on and on and on because people didn't want me to move forward. To the point that rock bottom, way, way, way down. Worse than Elvis. Like way down where the music plays. Way down. More than Asda or Walmart as you know it. Even that in the chase. What was her name? Walton? What was her name? Alice? Something. Can't remember. A long time ago. And Dunn. And Kronk. Who was, I told you, the Arsenal our team. Who else? I can't remember. Oh, Bill. Bezos and Elon. all of them others, all in there. Oh, bloody hell, look at this. This is like a who's who of who's who, which is, pretty much what I said to Forrest. Who's who in the zoo? Like the people in that poem, including Taylor. What does Taylor mean? Taylor is in, sewing Taylor. Taylor Allison Swift, is it? Taylor Allison Swift. Her whole family, not just her. Like connected in that poem at the point where the end is ever drawing nigh. So just below that in the middle, going down to like the answers I already know, but that's her name there. And then you follow that all the way around, and that's all the way to her like grandparents. It's like, no way. How does that get in there? And then you find out, like before then, but you find out that like, this is like a crystal ball. Like you can ask a question, and then all of a sudden, the information's there. Like, oh, that's such and such, such and such, and you read it around, and follow it around, you follow it around, you follow it around, you follow it around, you follow it around, and it ends up back where it started, and you know whatever the information is that you want. Like I say, I might come back again and do the Powerball, like show you what the Powerball, how it was read in that point in time, and about it was late, why it was delayed, the person that said it was going to be delayed. There's just so much information in that poem. Anyway, again, I've gone longer than I wanted to, and there's only two of you here, so no reason why I shouldn't go. What is that? Who is that? I haven't seen that before. Mr. Hand 80. Mr. Hand 80, E80, E8Y. Hello, how are you? Uh-oh, can't reduce it now. What's going on this again? Sending you some love, bruv. Cheers, brother. I appreciate that. I'll send you some love back, but I can only send you in. Like, you can't keep it. I've made you blue anyway. Ear red T Hegel. Well, that obviously means something. That hearted. Don't know. Jer Hegel. Oh no. That's the same word, Hegel and win. It's the same word. Twice. So good, he named it twice. What are you using that J for? Not sure. I need a while to work out what that is. All I need is a loin to be one with the apes. Or you could be a sapi. A homo sapi instead of apes. It's spelled a little bit different there, but sapien. So what's missing? The I and the N in apes. Not quite salient though. I'll be enrolled into a contract in. Oh, I read that one, so that's cool. So yeah, I'm trying to explain that there's no animosity coming from me or anyone else, and there's no wrath coming from Father. Everything that's been projected out by people is going back to them. So when they stop, it stops. I think that's simple. I think that's easy to understand. If you, follow Christmas, happy Christmas. If you just do the happy holidays, happy holidays. I think it's time that I went. I know it makes me laugh. I look at the thing and I see 2 people in, or that I've had 8 people, and then when I close, I've got like 84 views. It's like, well, there's only been like 8 people in here all bloody night, have I had 84 views or 100 views or whatever? Like, the other one is 6 hours and 8 hours, and it's like, unless you've got something you need to know, you don't watch anything that's 6 to 8 hours long. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. If there was a program, if there was a program or a video that was 8 hours long, nah, wouldn't even enter my head that I should click on it. Not that I'm whatever. It's just that no, I can't do that. Can't spend 8 hours unless I knew that within those 8 hours there would be something that I probably needed to know, or something that I didn't want to hear said publicly, because I know there's stuff that people don't want me to say publicly, and I haven't said it publicly yet. But excuse me, confirmation. But I will be saying it because it's part of the game. You have to tell the truth. If you know the truth, you have to tell the truth. But the way I see it is, give people a chance to do the right thing before you bring the truth out. Don't just bring the truth out and not give them a chance to explain or understand why they did it or whatever. Which is why the dominoes that are falling slowly. And they'll get quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker. Because at the moment, imagine the dominoes are that far apart at the moment. Well, enough to touch, so it has to be closer. So just enough to touch and falling slowly, one following the other. And as time goes on, they'll get closer. So it'll seem quicker. Because hit the other, hit the other, hit the other, and it'll go really quick. Because not only do those people need to have time to understand themselves and I suppose it is repent, to do the right thing, but people, the general public all around the world, need time to acclimatise to the type of news that is going to come from the people that they love. So people that they hold in high esteem are going to be found out for doing really bad things, selling their soul and hoping for whatever, using the public, let's just put it that way, the public, to live a different type of life. And at some point, when the dominoes get quicker and the people are more loved, those that are held in high honour and high regard and loved by people around the world, in the billions, they're loved. Those people can't be the first people to be shown, although it would have the better impact. But I don't want the better impact. I want the least painful impact. I want as soon as people know this person and this person, this person, and this person did it, then everyone else will know that they're screwed. Everyone will come forward, but then you'll have, a world of public suffering more than, not suffering in the sense that they're suffering now, like the evil that's being done, but suffering because of the heartache and everything. And that's not, I don't know, that ain't right. So the pain will be lessened if those people come forward. And we can see we already see, like, they don't look like the people that you think they are. They don't even look the same anymore. So the impact will not be as harsh because people will distance themselves. They'll distance themselves. And these people will not get the same inflow financially or love or whatever, energy, whatever it is. They won't get the same. So between that them losing out on what it is they were stealing and looking nothing like people that the public thought they were, they'll distance themselves. The public will move away, and therefore the pain will be less. So these people will be seen for who they are. What the public will drift, and the pain will be eased before the truth is found out, as opposed to while they're in full flow. Everybody in love with them and buying the tickets for the shows and watching the movies and seeing the sports and whatever it is that these people do, run the country, whatever it is. When they start to look different and people see them for who they are, that closeness and fondness will dissipate. And when they're revealed for being the sort of people they are, that crushing revelation won't be as crushing. So I thank you. Oh, he didn't write. Mr. Hand didn't write. I don't know what that is. 80. Mr. Hand 80. But you could have put 80 without the E. E80. Nope, still don't know. I don't know. Try to work it out, but I don't. Mr. Hand. I know Underhand, but not Mr. Hand. E80. Don't know. I'm sure it says 80, but why the E? Anyway, thank you for the love. Where is the love? Who have I missed? No one really. Captain Kidd disappeared. Sent a message. Went. Amy said Merry Christmas. As far as I know, there's only. Hang on. Well, if you're saying it's possible that that's one wise man, me and Davey might be two wise men. Forrest and finding who the real Forrest is could be another two wise men, even though it might not be two men. It might be one man, but two names. So at least 4 or 5 wise men. That's how I see it anyway. So I'll send you some hearts. Like I say, I can't do any binding love things unless you are not Joshua, unless you are healed or healing. I know there's somebody watching me, some people watching me who have watched me, whether they're watching now or who are doing everything that they can to help and protect me. So for that, I'm more than grateful, very grateful. Can't be more grateful. Well, I could be more grateful, I suppose. But they're different people. And then there's just the people that want to know what I know. And the answers I already know. I know the answers. Not just to the chase. The sky's black. And there will always be darkness until you see the light. But you'll only find the darkness. You'll only find the light when you come out of the darkness. Even if you think you can see. Even if you think you can see, because what you see isn't true. The blue of the sky doesn't exist until you have the light. And you only get the blue of the sky by being in the darkness, because the sky's black. That's crazy that you can make that work with the human body. That by going into the darkness, the only thing that you can find, is the light. Because the darkness already exists. You haven't found the darkness, it's already there. The only thing you can find when you go into the darkness is the light, because you can't see anything unless it's light. And then when you see the light, you're no longer in the darkness. Crazy. Find the light, come out of the darkness. But knowing that the person who's supposed to be evil is the person that gives you the light. Lucifer, the light bringer. That's crazy. Now, how can you call somebody evil who brings you out of the darkness and not leaves you in it? Like, the person that's evil is the person that will leave you in that. And yet this person is supposed to be the light bringer, which shows you the way out. That don't make sense, does it? I'm evil, and I want to take you into the darkness. That's what we're led to believe. I'm evil, and I want to take you into the darkness. And yet, once you're in the darkness, I bring the light. And you will never get out of the darkness unless I bring the light. So what's the truth? Crazy, crazy, but that's how it is. It's never about my truth or your truth. The argument is my belief or your belief. Because with the truth, there is no argument. There is just the truth. And if it is the truth, I will agree with you and you will agree with me. Because it's the truth. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Do I have 4 fingers and a thumb on my hand? No one's going to argue. If I said I had 5 fingers, you're damn fucking certain that someone will say, no, you haven't got 5 fingers. You've got 4 fingers and a thumb. And that's the truth. 4 fingers and a thumb. Not going to argue it. There's 4 fingers and a thumb. Would argue there's 5 fingers. The truth is the truth. Everyone can get along if there is one truth. But it's not in the old matrix interest for everyone to get along. So you're given lots of truths. And you can argue till the cows come home about whose truth is correct. It doesn't matter whose truth is correct. It just matters what the truth is. With that truth, we can all walk together. Confirmation. You can all walk together. Everyone can get along with the one truth. Not your truth, not my truth, not their truth. Don't have to argue with anyone because I know the truth. I thank you for popping in. I wish you all the very best for the holiday period and the new year. I hope that I don't have to come on and go through those words that I was talking about to explain, what it is that I know. Ciao for now.